It's that time again, guys. It's Halloween, and you know what that means. Lots of scary movies. I'm Jason, and we're here to present our 10 Asian horror movies to watch during Halloween. So whether you're gonna go trick-or-treating, hang out with your friends, or just stay at home and watch a nice scary movie during Halloween, we got your back. So for this list, rather than list the obvious choices such as the Japanese films Ju-on and The Ring, or Korea's A Tale of Two Sisters, we decided to pick the less-known Asian horror films. Also, our horror films just won't be limited to scary ghost films. Instead, we'll be showing films that invoke scariness as a whole. So Ray will show his 5 recommended horror films from Japan, while I'll show my 5 suggested horror films from Korea. So with that being said, let's talk about some Halloween movies. So Into the Mirror follows a cop named Young Min who accidentally gets his partner killed during a hostage crisis. Feeling guilty, he quits the police force and works for his uncle at a large shopping mall as the head of security. Now, this particular shopping mall is being rebuilt and it's going to debut pretty soon. But when some employees start committing suicide for no apparent reason, this becomes a major problem for the mall's opening. As Young Min uses police intuition and starts investigating the deaths, he starts to learn about the strange and unusual reasons behind their deaths. The next movie is Boonjin Saba. So when a transfer student moves to a new school from Seoul, she's immediately bullied. Man, Korean school can be so tough. Nonetheless, Eugene starts to make new friends at her new school, and one night they have an idea to play with a Ouija board, also known as Boonjin Saba in Korean. So they take out this Ouija board and say, hey, let's place a curse on our enemies, all the people that have bullied us. So they start to chant the curse saying, Boonjin Saba, Boonjin Saba, Boonjin Saba. And one of the girls says, when we're doing the Boonjin Saba curse, don't open your eyes. Whatever you do, just don't open your eyes. But one of the girls does and sees a pale white looking ghost, long hair, right next to her. The next movie is Sorum, and Sorum starts with a young taxi driver that's moving into a new apartment complex. His room number is 504, and as soon as he gets to the room, it's pretty decrepit and nasty. This room will take serious renovation to clean up. He soon finds out that the previous tenant of room 504 died mysteriously, and everyone living in the apartment complex is somehow connected to this guy. He soon befriends a girl in the complex, and the girl tells a little bit about the history of the apartment complex. But a short while later, he notices something evil about this apartment complex. Now, something is not right about the people living here, nor the building. So the question soon begs, what kind of evil lies within this building and why? Our next movie is Hansel and Gretel. Based on the popular fairy tale, this movie takes a spin on that fairy tale and puts its own Korean horror twist to it. So this movie follows a salesman named Eun-soo and his pregnant girlfriend. So as they're driving along Highway 69, the couple get into an argument and soon also get into an accident. So Eun-soo survives the accident and wakes up in a dark forest. Much like the fairy tale, he soon sees a large house with his older brother and younger sister standing in front. How did they even get there? He soon finds out that his house holds more secrets than he can even imagine, as well as why did he even wake up in the dark forest in the first place? And our next movie is Phone. Now the movie follows a journalist named Ji-won, also named Ha-ji-won, as she's exposing a pedophilia scandal by writing a series of articles on it. But as she's getting deeper into exposing this pedophilia scandal, she starts getting threatening phone calls on her cell phone. Fearing for her safety, she soon moves in with her friend and her husband in this new renovated house. But the phone calls continue to follow Ji-won, as one day her friend's younger daughter picks up Ji-won's phone to answer and soon screams. And the plot thickens when Ji-won one day hears the Beethoven song, Moonlight Sonata. Hearing the song alone would be a big clue as to why Ji-won's getting all these threatening phone calls, as well as the truth itself. It's over to you now, Ray.
Alright, thank you for those Korean horror movie recommendations, Jason. Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Ray, just a guy who loves movies. And as Jason mentioned, we're going to be talking about Halloween films. Now, it was a bit difficult trying to only pick 5 movies from Japan. After all, from Japan we've got great movies such as Ju-on, Ring, Dark Water, just to name a few. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the movies I love to watch on Halloween are of the batshit insane variety. So that being said, don't be surprised with the first entry in my list, and that is the movie House by Obayashi Nobuhiko. Now, House is one of those movies that, if you ever wanted to have the experience of watching a movie while intoxicated or while under a lot of acid, without actually doing anything, this is the movie that you want to watch. And so the basic story of House, it's about a girl who decides to bring her group of friends to spend their summer vacation at a relative's house in the countryside. So what starts off as a pleasant summer vacation slowly turns into a horrifying summer of madness, in the sense that each of the girls slowly gets picked off one after the other. And they don't fall victim to, your typical girl with a scary hair or slasher. No, they fall victim to, the titular House. Now, it's really difficult to talk about how insane House is in the short amount of time we're talking about these films in this video, but let's just say if you ever decide to watch it, it'll be one of the most insane visual experience you will ever have. This is definitely one of those films you don't watch for a coherent story. I mean, after all, each of the characters are pretty much one-dimensional, but what you do watch this movie for is the chance to experience how many times you can have a movie make you say, the fuck to yourself. This is a great film to watch if you're with your friends and you just want something entertaining and something just, I can't say the word enough, crazy to watch on your Halloween evening. Now, continuing with the batshit insane films I'm going to be talking about is the next film on this list, and that is The Happiness of the Katsukuris by one of my favorite directors, Miike Takashi. Now, Miike's name is attached to this movie, so you know you're going to be in for some crazy stuff. So the basic setup of the story, it focuses on a multi-generational family who buys a plot of land, very near to a garbage dump. They intend to build a bed and breakfast on this plot of land, but because there's no road to lead people to their direction, they have no guests and are slowly succumbing to debt. However, slowly, guests start coming into their bed and breakfast. However, after spending just one night at their bed and breakfast, mysterious and eerie things start happening and their guests start dropping off like flies. A lot of things happen here and there, and if you look even at the DVD cover, it looks like a family drama in the realm of Sound of Music or something like that. And much like Sound of Music, it is a musical, but much unlike Sound of Music, it involves zombies. So as a result of this magic that only Miike Takashi can conjure up, we have a mishmash of horror, a thriller, family drama, comedy, and zombies all in one movie. The next one on our list is Tetsuo by Tsukamoto Shinya. If you love body horror movies, look no further than this movie. This movie is super low budget and it's really short. It's only an hour long, and it's really simple if you think about it. It's about a guy who finds himself cursed as his body is slowly transformed into metal. And it's not neat or cool looking, like Marvel's own superhero Iron Man, or pretty much every robot hero you would find in movies. But rather than that, the titular Iron Man is hideous, he is grotesque, and the different kinds of effects they use to create this look, it is really cool. To create these visual effects, the film utilizes a lot of stop motion and also the kinds of designs you would find in like a monster movie or even something like Kamen Rider or any kind of tokusatsu hero work. But yeah, it's low budget, it's filmed all in black and white, and it's definitely an artsy movie, but it's violent, it's bloody, it's hideous, and it's trashy as hell. Alright, now let's step a little bit away from the insane works and let's get more into the serious side of things. Well, maybe only a little bit. The next movie on this list is Dead Man Inferno by Shinagawa Hiroshi. Dead Man Inferno features a huge ensemble cast and a mishmash of different genres as well. But the basic story is a gangster gets released from jail and decides to make amends with his estranged daughter. So he and a group of his friends go to Z Island where his daughter happens to be hanging out. They go to Z Island, they expect to find his daughter, but they also run into members of an enemy gangster family. There's this huge Yakuza fight that's about to happen, but then suddenly they get jumped by these hordes of zombies. So Dead Man Inferno is pretty unique in that it mishmashes gangster Yakuza movies, action martial arts movies, and also zombie films. And like I said before, it features an ensemble cast, primarily of which are comedians and TV personalities. And on top of that, the movie features a lot of witty and comedic dialogue. And what tops off the entertainment value of Dead Man Inferno are the variety of characters it features. You got the Yakuza gangsters, you got the police officers, you got the high school girls who can kick some ass, and it's all mixed together for a whole lot of fun. And alright, we've talked enough about fun Halloween movies. We should at least mention one legitimately scary horror movie. So the last movie I'm going to talk about is Shiraishi Koji's Noroi. Now, Noroi, or The Curse as it's often translated as, it's a found footage movie filmed in the style of a documentary. The basic plot of the story is a man traces all these strange happenings, from pigeons flying dead on into windows to people disappearing, to even strange noises happening at night. He traces all these strange things to a village in the countryside, and he discovers that this village had a ritual that they would do to appease a demon they had imprisoned. The way everything was crafted together, it really set up this really eerie atmosphere, and it was genuinely creepy. And the way it was edited together, it legitimately felt like a documentary you would see on TV. And yeah, that about sums it up for Jason and I's 10 movies from Japan and Korea that you should watch on Halloween. But what do you guys think? What kind of movies do you like to watch on Halloween? Whatever your thoughts are, leave a comment below, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to Asian Filmless for more reviews and discussions of Asian films. And you can also chat with us on Facebook and Twitter, and if you subscribe to our email newsletter, you can receive a free copy of our ebook, The 108 Asian Films for New Fans to Watch. And that's about it. Alright guys, Jason and I are gonna watch some more movies. We'll talk to you again soon, yeah? Promise.